The stage lights of America's Got Talent glimmer brightly as a young Filipino man walks out, clutching his guitar nervously. His eyes scan the massive audience, the judges, and finally the glowing AGT logo behind him. Simon Cowell asks his name, and he replies softly, "I'm the son of Freddie Aguilar." A quiet murmur sweeps through the crowd. Everyone recognizes the legendary musician behind the timeless song Anak. The young man smiles nervously, then adds, "Tonight, I'll be performing my father's song. This is my way of honoring him." The judges nod, intrigued, as the spotlight centers on him. He strums the first chord, and instantly, the theater falls silent. His voice is gentle yet filled with emotion, the same tone that once made the world fall in love with Anak, but now carrying a younger, more personal touch. Every lyric tells a story of a son's gratitude, of love, of regret, and the deep bond between parent and child. Though sung in Tagalog, the emotion is universal, touching everyone in the room. Heidi Klum places a hand on her heart, Sofía Vergara looks teary-eyed, and Simon Cowell leans forward, visibly moved. As the song continues, images of Freddie Aguilar performing decades ago appear on the screen behind his son, creating a hauntingly beautiful duet between past and present. The young man's voice quivers with emotion as he sings the final line, his eyes lifted toward the image of his father. When the last note fades, a moment of stunned silence follows, then the audience rises to their feet in thunderous applause. He wipes his tears, whispering, "For you, Papa," as the golden lights bathe him in warmth and pride. It's more than a performance, it's a heartfelt reunion through music. As the applause fades from his introduction, the stage lights dim until only a single golden spotlight remains, bathing the young man in a warm glow. He takes a deep breath, his fingers trembling slightly as they brush against the strings of his guitar. The first gentle notes of Anak echo through the silent theater, each chord carrying emotion and history. His voice begins softly, almost like a whisper, pure, soulful, and filled with sincerity. The melody flows effortlessly, and within seconds, the entire crowd is drawn in, captivated by the quiet power of his performance. The haunting lyrics, though sung in Tagalog, transcend language. Even those unfamiliar with the words can feel their weight, a story of love, sacrifice, and regret between a parent and child. The camera pans across the audience, capturing tearful faces and hands clasped to hearts. Simon Cowell leans back in his chair, eyes glistening with genuine emotion. Heidi Klum bites her lip to hold back tears, while Sofía Vergara shakes her head in disbelief, whispering, "So beautiful." With every verse, his confidence grows. The pain and pride in his tone blend together, creating a rare authenticity that moves everyone in the room. It's as if he isn't just singing, he's speaking directly to his father's spirit. The guitar's gentle rhythm fills the air, wrapping around his voice like a memory being relived. The audience remains completely silent, not wanting to miss a single breath or note. As he nears the chorus, his voice cracks slightly, revealing the depth of his emotion. But instead of faltering, it makes the performance even more real. In that moment, it's no longer just a song, it's a heartfelt confession, a message of love reaching across generations. As his voice carries through the theater, the massive LED screen behind him suddenly flickers to life. The audience gasps as a black and white video begins to play, Freddie Aguilar himself, strumming his guitar, singing the same song decades ago. The image is grainy, yet powerful, showing the legendary Filipino icon in his prime, performing Anak with the same passion that once moved millions. The son doesn't turn around, but the faint smile on his face shows he knows what's playing behind him. It's as if he can feel his father's presence on stage. The performance transforms into something deeper, a duet across time. The father's recorded voice blends perfectly with the son's live vocals, the harmony creating a hauntingly emotional moment. The audience can't believe what they're witnessing. It feels sacred, like witnessing a conversation between past and present, parent and child. The young man's voice trembles slightly, but he doesn't stop. Each word carries a lifetime of gratitude, as if he's singing not just to the crowd, but to his father watching from somewhere beyond the lights. Tears stream down his face as he sings the final verse with renewed strength. The screen shows Freddie smiling mid-performance, a moment frozen in time, perfectly synchronized with his son's expression. Some audience members clasp their hands together, whispering prayers or words of admiration. Simon Cowell shakes his head slowly, visibly moved, realizing this isn't just an audition, it's a legacy reborn. As the song swells, the LED screen transitions from the old video to a glowing photo of father and son side by side, both holding guitars. The young man's voice soars in the final chorus, his father's spirit seemingly singing along. It's no longer just a tribute, it's a reunion, decades in the making. As the song builds toward its final chorus, the lights on stage begin to shift, from a soft amber to a dazzling gold that bathes the performer in warmth. His voice rises, stronger and more emotional than ever, filling the vast AGT theater with a mix of pride and longing. The audience, completely mesmerized, begins to clap gently in rhythm. His hands tremble as he strums, each chord echoing with raw honesty. You can see in his eyes the story of a son carrying the weight of a legacy, but instead of breaking under it, he transforms it into something new, something uniquely his own. The music swells as the camera pans across the audience. Some stand, hands over their hearts. Others silently wipe tears from their eyes. A few Filipino spectators wave small flags proudly, whispering the lyrics along with him. The judges can hardly look away. Heidi's face glows with admiration, Sofia's eyes shimmer, and Simon simply nods, completely absorbed. The song's message, love, forgiveness, and parental sacrifice, connects deeply with everyone in the room, no matter their background or language. As the final lines of Anak approach, the young man's voice cracks, but he keeps singing, pouring every ounce of emotion into those last words. The golden lights behind him explode in brilliance, forming a silhouette that mirrors Freddie Aguilar's iconic image from years ago. The audience rises to their feet before the last note even ends, the applause building into a thunderous roar. Overcome with emotion, he bows deeply, clutching his guitar to his chest. He looks up at the screen, where his father's image softly fades into a glowing heart. With tears streaming down his cheeks, he whispers into the microphone, "Paraíso, Papa." The entire hall erupts in cheers, standing as one. The final note fades, leaving the theater in stunned silence, the kind that only follows something truly extraordinary. For a heartbeat, no one moves. Then suddenly, the audience explodes into thunderous applause, people rising to their feet, cheering, clapping, and whistling. Golden light fills the room as the young man lowers his guitar, breathing heavily, tears glistening on his face. He looks overwhelmed, whispering a quiet thank you to the crowd. The judges stand, clapping slowly, their faces filled with awe and emotion. Simon Cowell, visibly touched, leans toward the microphone and says softly, "That was more than a performance, that was a connection between generations. You didn't just sing your father's song, you made the world feel it again." His words draw another wave of applause. Heidi Klum wipes a tear from her cheek, smiling warmly as she says, "You sang with your heart, and I think your father is watching you right now, so proud." Sofía Vergara nods in agreement, adding, "This was one of the most beautiful moments we've ever seen on this stage." The audience begins chanting, "Golden buzzer. Golden buzzer," as the young man stands in disbelief. Howie Mandel looks at his fellow judges, then slams the golden buzzer with both hands. Instantly, the familiar sound fills the hall, golden confetti rains from above, swirling around him like a shower of dreams. He falls to his knees, clutching his chest, overcome by emotion. The screen behind him lights up with an image of his father smiling, his name glowing in soft light. The young man looks up, whispering, "I did it, Papa." The crowd roars louder, some crying, others simply standing in admiration. In that golden rain, a son not only honored his father's legacy but created his own, one that would echo across hearts and generations.